John and his adorable wife are expecting their first child later this year, so they went on vacation to do some major relaxing before the baby shows up. This week, we're gonna talk about stuff I didn't write in the teleprompter. This is Ask the Buffalo, so let's get answering. This question is from TechnoBuffalo commenter, the elusive Carlos, who asks, when can we have a video where all the members of TechnoBuffalo are featured in? Well, elusive Carlos, first of all, it's very difficult to get all of TechnoBuffalo in the same room because so many of us live not near our headquarters here in Southern California. A lot of us are in New York and all of the East Coast proper, so it's really tough to get everyone together for a video. I think as the senior content producer here at TechnoBuffalo, I can say that hopefully at CES we can get a video with everybody together. Maybe we'll do a little Q&A session for all of you in the herd for all of the different members of TechnoBuffalo.com. But that's about as good as I can do right now. Next up, Twitter user AsianDude101 wants to know, what is more important for you, hardware or software on a phone? Well, Asian Dude, I think that it's sort of one of those situations where it's like looking for a significant other. Of course, you want them to be kind and cool and funny and just awesome in general, but you also have to have some kind of attraction there. There has to be some sort of physical attraction. And I feel the same way about phones. So obviously you want whatever phone or piece of hardware you're using to do all those great things for you on the inside and productivity wise. You want that software to make you feel really good. You want it to do all the things you need it to do and some things you didn't even expect them to do for you. But on the other hand, you have to make sure it looks good to you. You're not going to want to carry around a phone that you think is ugly unless you are compromising or settling, and that is a whole different can of worms that we will not even get into on this show. Twitter user InvisibleNote wanted our opinion on this question. Do you think the Nexus line is worth it anymore? Skins have more features and Google has slowed down updates. That's actually a really interesting question and one that has been asked a lot in the last couple of months, especially now that these Google Play Edition phones, the HTC One and the Galaxy S4 Google Play Editions are out. Now, I actually like a lot of what Sense has to offer, and a lot of people who use the Galaxy S4 love TouchWiz, or at least some of the options that are available. One of the things that for me is really important is camera. So the camera software for a Nexus device, for me, is not as good as something that's on the HTC One. So for me, it would definitely be a trade-off to buy a Nexus device. Now that we're getting these devices that are Google Play Editions that run sort of stock, but then also have the form factor of these really great flagship devices, I think it's an even tougher decision for people who are thinking about buying a Nexus. I definitely think that at the end of the day, Google will start slowing down, and we have seen that, as you mentioned, will start slowing down updates. We're not gonna be seeing major updates from 4.0 to 5.0. We're not going to see these major software updates once every 6 months. I think they're moving to a much more standardized once a year upgrade for Android. So if you want those upgrades, which to be fair, I mean, most of us who are tech junkies tend to buy phones a little bit more often than every 2 years. But if you don't and you want those software updates, I would say Nexus is still worth it. But other than that, go for a Google Play Edition if you're really thinking about it, but you don't want to commit to a contract on a carrier and you want those updates. And lastly, Twitter user Eric Wilbourn asks, in honor of John for Lakers, what new mobile technology will prove the most useful for those with babies on the way? Well, Eric, I am the worst person to ask about this because I don't have kids, and the last time my family was around children was when we were kids. So it's been a while since we've had little kids around, but I can say that based on friends and loved ones who have had kids in the last few years, there's so much technology now in everything. So even strollers, things that are as simple as a baby's bottle now has self-warming technology. And there are all kinds of really great baby monitors that you can use with your phone. There are different things that are available to parents, to new parents especially, who might struggle with having their first kid, even in the most mundane things for kids. So I don't think John will have any problem finding really good stuff. And I'm sure we'll probably throw some kind of weird would it be a man baby shower, Ralph? a man shower? We're gonna throw a man shower for John at some point. And it'll be great, and we'll probably all buy him like really techie cool stuff for when he becomes a first-time dad. But generally speaking, I think everybody can find, if you have a new kid or if you're about to, congratulations. And also, I'm sure you can find some great stuff pretty much anywhere you go now, because technology is it. That's what our lives are now. We live in the 21st century. We're almost at the Jetsons, guys. We're almost there. Well, before we go, we would like to take a second from answering all of your awesome questions to thank our friends and sponsors at lynda.com. You can learn it at lynda.com. It's an online learning company with more than 77,000 video tutorials that teach things like software, creative, and business skills. Membership starts at $25 a month and provides unlimited 24/7 access to top quality video courses with expert instructors who have real world experience, which is always nice. You can learn anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace, from bite-sized tutorials to fully comprehensive courses in things like web design, programming, photography, audio and video, and 3D and animation. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of different things that you can learn. They add new courses every week, and you can save, prioritize, and track progress for each course in your queue. And if you have an iPhone or an iPad, there's also a lynda.com app for members so that you can learn on the go. You can try lynda.com free for 7 days by visiting lynda.com/TechnoBuffalo. And make sure you use that link so they know we sent you. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Ask the Buffalo. Please give the show a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Check us out at TechnoBuffalo.com for all the latest and greatest tech news. And until next week, I'm Ashley Esqueda. See you next time. This week, we're going to talk about stuff I didn't write in the teleprompter. This is Ask the Buffalo, so let's get answering. I feel like we should just keep it that way.